Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aquarius, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how these speak to you and how they're going to work for you really. So with that said, if you are a continued subby of mine, you know I love you for it. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's get into your for the key to the week, we have the Hermit card. Now in a lot of ways, yes, this is withdrawing from the world and taking time to really do some soul searching, which is amazing, but in a lot of ways as well, this is about gathering the wisdom that you already have. This is about looking at your skill set. It's about looking at what you can already do and how you can put those things to practical use. So in some way, shape or form over the course of this week, in all of these different areas of our lives, we are going to be looking at how we can implement the knowledge and the information and the wisdom that we already have. Sometimes it's so easy to go out there and be like, no, I need more of this, I need more training, I need, you know, just more. We've been conditioned to do more of everything, when sometimes it's really just about stripping it back to the basics and saying, what is it that I need to do right now? And more importantly, what do I have that can meet these tasks and these challenges right now anyway? For our actions and options this week, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Tapping into the energy of luck, success and abundance is one way of doing this, and also creating your own luck. If you need an opportunity to get ahead, if you need what's the word that I'm looking for? Yeah, like if you need an opportunity to get ahead, if you need an opportunity to get something done, well, look no further than the skills that you already have. Look no further than your own ability to network or to bring other people into your sphere of existence. This is about really creating your own luck and saying, you know what, I'm not going to just rely on things falling into my lap. I'm going to get out there and make it happen. The other thing with the Wheel of Fortune as well, it always suggests that in some way, shape or form, your luck is about to change. And the fact that you have this in the actions and options means that you're not just relying on that, you're meeting it halfway. And it's like, you know what, I'm going to accept the fact that things are on the move and things are changing for me. I'm going to embrace that fully. For your communications and conversations, you have the Harvest card, which is actually the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite deck. In a lot of ways, big changes are on the horizon for Aquarians. This is the nature of this entire year, right? That we had this massive conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto, Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius at like crazy, I think it was like 0 degrees, which is insane, which kicks off this huge cycle of change for us, right? Of, you know, for the world especially, but especially for Aquarian people. If you are a sun, moon or ascendant Aquarian, you know that things are changing for you. The currents, the tides of everything are, you know, in many ways kind of up in the air. Now, the fact that you've got the Judgment card here in your communications and conversations, this is big changes coming in. This is big opportunities that are coming in for you. And really, all you need to do is show up. You've already got the skill. There's nothing that I truly believe this as well. There's nothing that the universe would send you that you couldn't do anything with, right? So before you get in your mind and say, oh, I need more training, think about what you can already do. Think about what you already have in this moment in time that can be applied to the opportunity that is being presented to you. Now, for some of you, the opportunity that comes up this week could be one from previous months that at the time you didn't have the time, the energy or the resources to move ahead with. For some of you, this is something that stretches back probably about, I want to go back as far as like 15 years if you're old enough, right? What this means, it kind of suggests that something that you wanted back then, something that you really wanted to do, really wanted to move ahead with, but couldn't for any number of reasons, you get a second shot this week, right? Or you can certainly start to see how you may be moving towards that. And it's like the reason that you wanted it all those years ago is about to become evident to you. For those of you that work for somebody else, this could be you connecting to an old boss, an old colleague. You may get, somebody reaches out to you to say, look, can we have a sit down? Can we have a talk? Where are you at? What are you doing at this moment in time? For those of you that work for yourselves, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, etc., in a lot of ways, the Judgment card precedes the huge change, right? But the Hermit card basically says whatever you have now, you can start with. So this isn't about needing more money for a marketing campaign or, any of that stuff. It's basically just saying, what can you do right now with what you have? And what comes up with the Judgment card as well is a sense that the help that you need is going to come from the external, right? Your skills and your talents are enough, but the help that you need is going to come at just the right moment. And I don't know why, but for some reason I'm getting Wednesday or Thursday next week, or of the week that I'm reading for. For your money and materials, you have the 8 of Swords, right? So when it comes to money and finances, your hands do appear to be bound. So, and I actually think this is a good thing, right? Maybe you don't have the access to the money that you need at this moment in time, which is going to force you to think outside the box. This is very much a blessing in disguise kind of energy, and I would take it as such. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this would be your kidneys, your lower back, and your urinary, all your waterworks, basically. Just look after those. So if you are a drinker, especially because you've got the Judgment card here as well, this would be a week to lay off the alcohol for sure, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, because you may end up going overboard and you could end up really feeling it. For your, come on brain, home and environment, sorry, to really think about that one. The changes that you are working on or with the home, again, this is going to be longer term, all right? So if for those of you that are moving, and you will be Aquarians, a lot of you will be moving this year, but for those of you that are moving, it's not yet. And you might be really feeling that pressure. It's like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. And it's like, you can't at the moment because your hands are tied. That's okay. Find a way to work through that. It looks like you're busy with so many other things anyway. And for those of you that are retired or no longer working, your, sorry, I almost forgot you, your Judgment card with the Hermit card, in a lot of ways, this is really you coming into a new spiritual understanding or a new spiritual awareness of yourself as an elder. So this could be you literally finding people to teach or being called upon to be a teacher in some way, shape or form. For your love and relations, you have the Hierophant card, which is beautiful. This literally represents marriages, long-term commitments and official partnerships. And I like this. For those of you that are in those things, everything's fine with the relationship. In fact, it looks even more than fine. One of the things that I will say to you though, if you guys are going to clash anywhere this week, it's likely to be with the money and the finances. It looks like you're willing to be a bit more flexible with finance this week, i.e. well, if it's not there, it's not there. Whereas your partner might say, well, I think we need this, or I think we need to do this. And you're like, no, this is where we're going to have to, this is the only place that you're going to find any friction this week, I think. For those of you that are single, this is blast from the past energy, I'm sorry to say, and I'm definitely sorry to say that because that's me as well. I have the sun in Aquarius, and I'm like, okay, I'm not entirely sure, who it's going to be, but I can definitely tell you this is somebody from your, it wouldn't be like your recent past, like the last year or so. This would be 5 to 10 years ago, and whoever this person is, they're trying to break back in, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure you're having any of it. But We'll see. It'll be different for everybody. So let's have a look at our full moon message from the Human Design Oracle cards. Oh, and the card has thrown itself out of the deck face down, and it is the gate 28 of possible, right? So this is all about possibilities, and this week, actually, that feels like a really perfect word for this week and for the whole reading as well. Actually, there is so much possibility here, and you know, when you convince yourself that, oh, you know, it's all out there and I need more of, you don't need more of anything. You have everything that you need. You're already perfect, whole and complete as you are. Work from that space, and everything that comes at you this week is a possibility, and you will see it as a possibility rather than like a mountain or a challenge to be overcome. I absolutely love this. There is real growth that can take place here this week. It's just up to what you do with it, and also about how you apply the skills, talents and gifts that you already have to the things that come up that can be opportunities and possibilities. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.